Hello ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to some more Always Broke RC shenanigans. So today we're going to kind of update you on a situation that started out today. Up here in Star Valley, Wyoming, there is a new forest fire, and it's called the Willow Creek Fire. And I am approximately, I would guess, maybe 3 miles from the fire currently. So there's the fire and all the smoke. See the huge plume of smoke up there? Anyways, from what I understand currently, it's about 15 acres. And I don't know what percentage it is contained, if any at all. They do have a C-130 on it that I've seen flying around, but I've seen no retardant drop. I've seen no helicopters. But anyways, everything about Star Valley is beautiful. At the looks of everything, right? You see a bunch of green pine trees, but what you don't realize is there is a lot of dead, downfall, pine beetle killed pine trees, beetle killed trees basically, and it's all over, everywhere in Star Valley's Bridger Teton National Forest. And now they are getting their first whiff of how much dead downfall they have in the area, and we'll see if the Bridger Teton Forest Service district can get this thing under control. This is currently approximately 6 hours of burn time. It started today at about 8:30, 9 o'clock, so pretty early in the morning. Not sure what started it or anything, but the good news is it's more white smoke, but that doesn't mean anything, because I talked to the fire crew that came out and they were leaving. They said it was unsafe conditions. It was your local town firemen, not your actual Forest Service personnel. But I mean, just sitting here watching it, you know, it's a little windy, but it's pretty calm, so nothing too bad. So we'll see. I've been sitting here watching it for about 10-15 minutes, not too long, but I thought, you know, I grew up here in the area. I knew where the fire was. I don't know if you guys can see it, but up there is the plane. So he is flying around up there. Like I said, I don't know if he's too far away, if you can see it or not, but yeah, like I said, this thing has been interesting to watch all day. I've been watching it from Afton, Wyoming, the town, and you'd see it all white 1 minute, and next minute it'd just be rolling black. It's crazy. So you can kind of see there in the back some darker smoke compared to the white smoke. I'm not sure what's causing that, but I mean, you get some very black smoke off this fire from watching it from town periodically. That right there, it's the road. That's a main highway into this valley. So we'll have to see which direction this fire goes. It currently, the wind conditions would be blowing it that way, not towards the road, but that could always change overnight. As far as temperature wise, it was about 84 degrees today, so pretty warm. Biggest problem is up here we've had no rain, no moisture for months, and our next chance of rain is supposed to be Monday, Tuesday, so it's very possible that this thing could just burn the weekend and then be put out Monday, Tuesday. I'm gonna say unlikely on that. But anyways, I'm pointing right now to a dead tree. So yeah, like I said, they're all over in here. And I said for a long time, when the Bridger Teton Forest goes up, it's gonna be big, massive, and ugly, because I'm telling you, every canyon, every draw has a bunch of dead timber, and way too much dead timber. And hence, we used to log in this valley a lot, and they no longer allow logging. So besides your local people who periodically go cut down a tree for firewood to heat their house, there's no commercial logging up here or anything like that. And so all this timber dies eventually, gets overgrown, too clumped up, not enough moisture, whatever, dies, and then you end up with one of these wildfires. And I'm very curious to see how big this will get. This is the closest I've ever been to a forest fire in my area. However, years ago, you can look it up online, there's what they called the Dead Man Forest Fire. And it actually started up Dead Man and went up the Snake River Canyon. And I mean, that thing became an inferno. So, really curious to see what this is going to turn into. I think overall, they should get it under control. But it's hard to say. Like I said, it could be like here. That fire could be somewhere where there's just a bunch of this sagebrush and, you know, not thick in the timber. But I'm telling you, if that fire is in thick timber, yeah, good luck putting it out, because that's just way too thick a timber. I wish I could show you guys more of what our forests and stuff look like, but currently right now, probably don't want to go beyond this point because I'll probably run into the Forest Service. Hell yeah! I'm just waiting to see it come over this way. What are you doing?